Have you ever opened your banking app and felt proud of the number sitting there? Maybe you spent years building it, skipping vacations, working overtime, saving every extra dollar you could. And now finally, you have a large cash balance. $20,000, $40,000, maybe even $100,000. It feels safe, responsible, mature. But what if keeping too much money in your bank account is actually making you poorer every single year? Not because someone is stealing it, but because cash slowly loses value while you think it's protecting you. And the worst part is most people never notice it happening until decades later when they realize they worked hard for years but still feel financially behind. Because money sitting still quietly dies. Most people were taught the same thing growing up. Save your money. Keep cash in the bank. Avoid risk. And emotionally, that advice feels good. Because cash creates certainty. You can see the balance. You can count it. You know it's there. Investments feel different. They move up. They move down. They feel unpredictable. So naturally people convince themselves that keeping huge amounts of cash is the safe option. But safety and growth are not the same thing. A parked car is safe too. But it never goes anywhere. And financially, that's exactly what happens when too much money sits idle for too long. Most wealth destruction does not happen dramatically. It happens quietly. Inflation, opportunity cost, fear. These things slowly eat away at your future while your life looks completely normal on the surface. That's why this trap is so dangerous. Because you don't feel yourself getting poorer in real time. Let's make this simple. Imagine you have $50 sitting in a savings account earning almost nothing. Meanwhile, inflation averages around 3% a year. That means your money is slowly losing purchasing power every single year. Not just on paper. In real life. Groceries become more expensive. Rent increases. Insurance rises. Cars cost more. Homes become harder to afford. A few years ago, maybe dinner for two cost $40. Now it costs $70. The same money buys less life than it used to. That's inflation. And while all of this is happening, most savings accounts barely grow at all. So even though your balance looks the same, your future buying power keeps shrinking. That's why someone can spend 15 years saving money and still feel financially stuck. Because saving alone no longer creates wealth. Not when everything around you keeps getting more expensive. So what's the actual number? How much money should you really keep in the bank? For most people, around 3 to 6 months of living expenses is enough. Not income. Expenses. Housing. Food. Utilities, insurance, transportation, the basics required to survive. If your essential monthly expenses are $4,000, then your emergency fund probably only needs somewhere between $12,000 and $24,000. That's it. Everything above that amount starts becoming questionable. Now, this does not mean cash is bad. Cash matters. Emergency funds matter. But there's a huge difference between being financially prepared and hoarding money out of fear. And many people cross that line without realizing it. They keep 1 year, 2 years, sometimes even more sitting in cash doing absolutely nothing. Not because they calculated it carefully, but because uncertainty scares them. And fear has a way of disguising itself as responsibility. Most people understand inflation. Very few understand opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is what your money could have become if it had been working for you instead of sitting still. Let's say someone keeps an extra $40,000 sitting in cash for 15 years. Meanwhile, another person gradually invests that same money into productive assets. Over time, the difference becomes massive. Not a few $1,000s. Potentially hundreds of thousands. That difference could become financial freedom, a paid-off home, retirement security, more time with family, less stress, or the absence of those things. And here's the scary part. You never actually see the life you missed out on. Opportunity cost is invisible. You only experience your current reality. That's why excessive cash feels harmless. The damage happens silently in the background. Now here's the truth most financial videos never talk about. This is not really about money. It's about psychology. People don't keep huge amounts of cash because they mathematically proved it was optimal. They do it because cash makes them feel emotionally safe. Especially after experiencing debt, layoffs, financial stress, recessions, family instability. For many people, a large bank balance feels like protection from pain. So even when investing makes logical sense, emotionally it still feels dangerous. That's why some people would rather slowly lose money to inflation than temporarily watch investments fluctuate. One pain feels invisible. The other feels emotional. And human beings naturally avoid emotional discomfort, even when it costs them long-term wealth. The wealthy understand something most people never fully learn. Cash is not the destination. Cash is a tool. The goal is not to die with the biggest savings account possible. The goal is freedom. The ability to control your time, handle emergencies, create options, reduce stress, build a better future. And cash alone rarely creates those things. Assets do. Businesses do. Investments do. Skills do. Ownership does. Cash gives flexibility. But growth creates wealth. And many people spend decades protecting money instead of multiplying it. That mindset changes everything. Poor people often focus on saving money. Wealthy people focus on making money grow. Now some people hear this and immediately think, but what if the market crashes? That fear is normal. But here's the important difference. Market declines are usually temporary. Inflation quietly destroys cash forever. One risk is emotional. The other is invisible. And because people fear visible pain more than invisible pain, they often avoid investing while ignoring the guaranteed loss happening in their savings account every year. Historically, patient investors who stayed invested long-term were usually rewarded. Not because markets move perfectly upward every year, but because productive assets tend to grow over time. Meanwhile, idle cash slowly loses value. Again, cash matters. But too much cash becomes expensive. So what should people actually do? First, keep your emergency fund. Absolutely. You should have enough cash to handle unexpected situations. But after that, your money needs a purpose. Some of it may go into index funds, some into retirement accounts, some into businesses, real estate, education, skills. The exact strategy matters less than the principle. Money should be moving toward growth, not sitting frozen forever. And you do not need to become a financial expert overnight. Start small. Move gradually. Build confidence over time. Because most people are waiting for fear to disappear before they begin investing. But confidence usually comes after action, not before it. So here's the bottom line. Keeping too much money in your bank account may feel safe. But over time, it can quietly become one of the most expensive financial mistakes of your life. Because inflation never stops. Opportunity cost never stops. And time never stops. Keep enough cash to protect yourself. But stop treating cash like the final goal. Your bank account was never supposed to be a permanent parking lot for your future. It was supposed to be a launchpad. A temporary place before your money goes out into the world and starts working for you. Because in the end, The people who build wealth are usually not the people who protected every dollar. They're the people who learned how to make their money grow while they slept.